This is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus Raw. This is from 7/5, so July 5th, 2021. How was it as a Raw? Last week's was pretty terrible. After they had a couple that went okay, this one, man, it wasn't great. That's for sure. Let's just jump in. So we're at the Yuengling Center still. Is this the last one at the Yuengling Center? One can only hope. Corey Graves, Byron Saxton. They hype Money in the Bank and tonight's show. We go right to the ring. Miz is out there with John Morrison. They're starting with Miz TV. So clearly the goal, huge ratings. Veronica. They go on and Drew McIntyre makes his way out. He talks about how he hasn't stopped fighting for the WWE title and he won't stop until he wins Money in the Bank and cashes in the gold, etc., etc., etc. Ricochet interrupts. Miz wasn't ready to bring him out yet. This show's out of control. And then Riddle comes and he's riding on a scooter. This is madness. Madness. Here comes AJ Styles and Omos. AJ isn't happy. Lots of people aren't happy. Riddle taunts them from high atop a ladder and almost tips the ladder over, and Riddle lands hard and it hurts his leg. My God. This is the kind of action I've been waiting for. AJ runs over and kicks the injured ankle. Morrison drops Ricochet from behind as the fans boo him. AJ and Omos exit. Ricochet counters and tosses Morrison off the top rope to the floor. Morrison yells at Drew and Ricochet from his wheelchair. And Ricochet takes one of the dripsticks and breaks it over his knee. All right, commercial. And then we get to see what just happened. That's always good business. Ricochet against John Morrison. Long story short, no double count out, but Morrison wins by count out because Miz uses his wheelchair to block Ricochet from getting back into the ring. We see a video of Jinder Mahal driving his motorcycle into the arena backstage where the Veer and Shanky greet him. Kevin Patrick approaches Jinder and asks for his comments on tonight's match with Drew. He says how close they were. Jinder says Drew texted Drew earlier to go riding with him for old time's sake, and it took Drew 3 days to respond. Talks about Money in the Bank. Jinder says he's always been better and he's going to prove it. Man, this show is not off to a great start. Reginald, Nia Jax, and Shayna Baszler are talking about Dewdrop. Alexa Bliss is seen in the background. We're going to have an 8-woman tag match. Go to commercial again. And tonight's tag team main event is Kofi Kingston. The New Day against MVP and Bobby Lashley. And we're going to have Kofi Kingston against Bobby Lashley at Money in the Bank. That's right. So, do we ever go into another match? We do, and it's the 8-woman tag. Alexa Bliss, Nikki, what was she? Ash, right? Almost a superhero. Asuka, Naomi against Eva Marie, Dewdrop, Nia Jax, and Shayna Baszler. This thing is fucking terrible. It's really awful. It's really awful. Jax eventually catches Nikki, who they've been given this push to, and pins her, even though there's a bunch of people on the team that could have gotten pinned. So, why? I don't know. It's so bad. Bliss at one point tried to do some hypnotizing voodoo nonsense, but got thrown into a rail. So I guess that's how you break it. Yeah. Eva announces herself as a winner, so nobody likes that. And then Dewdrop is apologizing to Jax and Baszler for Eva's antics, even though she gets mad at those antics. Okay, sure. We see MVP and Bobby Lashley partying backstage with the ladies. MVP talks about Xavier Woods not belonging in the ring with Lashley and how Lashley's beaten him before. Mustafa Ali against Mansoor. This match is a minute long. And then Ali suckers Mansoor to come back in the ring and then rolls him up for a pin. This show's so bad, yo. Drew McIntyre won the Money in the Bank qualifier last week. He talks about the Loch Ness Monster and how the sword is made out of a tooth out of the Loch Ness Monster. And Drew against Jinder. The match is not great, but at least it ends in a DQ because Shanky hits the ring to attack for the disqualification. Drew keeps fighting, but he gets triple teamed. Jinder says Drew took away his Money in the Bank opportunity, so he's going to take away a piece of Drew's family history and takes the sword. Patrick's backstage with the New Day. Kofi dismisses the idea they've adjusted their strategy for MVP and Bobby Lashley. And he says the New Day was named the #1 team of all time. And they're going to win. Mason T-Bar against Lucha House Party. This thing sucks. And then Lucha House Party wins. T-Bar and Mace aren't happy about it. Where is Slapjack? That's what I want to know. We see what happened on Miz TV earlier, so now we've watched that twice. We've watched replays of that twice. So Riddle goes on with this story. He says he's not afraid of heights, ladders, or AJ Styles. He's the most dangerous letters, RK Bro. Priest isn't sure about that math. AJ Styles against Riddle. Long story short, it's a good match, and they got this idea of Riddle's foot is hurt, and AJ works on it. And of course, AJ gets rolled up to lose the match. Riddle joins the Viking Raiders on the ramp as the shocked AJ recovers because the Viking Raiders help distract Omos. Charlotte Flair is going to give a medical update. We go to commercial, and we come back, and then Charlotte Flair is there with the mic and a crutch. Ripley comes to the ring on a crutch. They fight each other with crutches. It's really awful. It's really awful. Still to come, we're going to have Jackson Riker and R-Truth. What? Against Elias and Cedric Alexander. Okay. Commercial. We come back. We have that tag match. Truth joins this whole thing where a bunch of people are attacking the 24/7 champ, so he leaves. But Jackson Riker wins soon thereafter in a very short match with a tilt-a-whirl side slam. So Cedric, how's it work in life outside of the Hurt Business? Oh, Elias is terrified at Jackson Riker. Bobby Lashley's backstage doing pull-ups as MVP encourages him. Kevin Patrick approaches for comments, but MVP shuts him up and says, does this look like a guy who's lost his edge? Okay. New Day against Bobby Lashley and MVP. The New Day end up winning. And that's that. Holy balls. So terrible.